Now, everybody want to know which Jalen Brunson is going to show up for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson normally plays the season, and he comes in halfway in shape. And when you come in halfway in shape, you start using the season to get in shape. Shaquille O'Neal was famous for it, but he was a big guy. This is a point guard. And when you see a point guard take this kind of behavior and starts living by it, it becomes crazy. Like, what are you doing? It's like, I don't understand it. Like, what is it that you want to achieve here? Because that don't make any sense. I mean, you pretty much put your back against the wall and said, this is how I'm going to play it. Like, this is it. This is as far as I'm going. And I don't expect nothing else out of it. Now, when I look at the Knicks preseason, right, and I'm looking at how they're playing the game, and I'm like, well, they're getting by. But from what I've been seeing lately, it's just like, is there something to really get excited about? What Knicks are we going to see? You know what I'm saying? That's the question people need to ask. Like, what New York Knicks are we going to see on that court? What can we expect? Now, this is a new coach, new system, and from what I've been seeing, just from the appearance, he looks to be in shape. He looks to be like the Jalen Brunson that is, has been playing for a while and get in shape. See, when you use the season to get in shape, that's normally when injuries happen. Your body is now not getting used to that stress, and now you're putting all this extra stress on it at a rapid pace. It's pretty telling. Clarkson, to me, so far in the preseason, has been doing his thing. Brunson came out looking sharp. I mean, he put up like 31, but he looked sharp. He didn't really go out there and force things. He really let the game come to him. And for the first time, the Knicks seem relaxed. They seem into the game. Just following the flow of the game. But the more important part is Jalen Brunson was in shape. He wasn't a lard ass. He was alert. Knicks fans act like this dude was never gained a pound and he wasn't big. What's his name? Outlaw call him Big Body Brunson. He's a point guard. What the hell? He's an undersized point guard. And you talking about Big Body Brunson like it's a good thing. I'm like, wow. This one Knicks fan compared him to Mark Jackson. I said, wow. We going all the way to Mark Jackson now? He might be a better shooter than Mark, but then again, I don't know. Mark was pretty good early in his career. That little teardrop shot, but I just think that was a bit of a stretch. I think, in my estimation, him being in shape gives them the best chance. They done lost Magnum Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon, who's going to retire, probably go into politics right away. And then that's that. Now, the main problem is this. We don't need to bash the New York Knicks until, well, some people going to bash them anyway, until you see them as a collective. But as of right now, I haven't seen any real change in pace. I'm trying to see how the Knicks were going to play. But it's preseason, but I can see Mike Brown he's holding people accountable. And they know with a coach like that, it ain't going to be no laid back. Man, let's see what happens. He's got expectations. And everybody wants to play hard for him. And now that Brunson's here, season's getting ready to turn around and we get to see who's who and what's what. But the last thing you want is Jalen Brunson getting hurt because he's not in shape. But the Knicks don't have to worry. Not this season because he's in shape. This is like the best shape he's ever been in to start a season that I've seen Jalen Brunson. In the whole NBA career, this is the best shape he's been in, including his rookie year coming into the league. This is the best physical condition. And he came in early for the volunteer camp. And they worked his ass out all summer. When they had the volunteer camp, there was no volunteer for Jalen Brunson. They said, we need your ass here bright and early because you need to learn this offense. He's the problem. Because you got to learn to play the style that they want you to play with speed. And if you can't play this game with speed, you're what we consider to be a liability. That's who they look at and say, he ain't playing with speed. We play a fast game. He gonna slow us up. We can't have that. We can't have a player slowing us down out here. That's only gonna mess it up for us. So, with that in play, you know one or two things are gonna happen. You either get with the program or they're gonna get rid of you. Now, when he was in Sacramento, all those guys played with pace. And he's bringing that style of basketball over to the New York Knicks. Now, most of y'all personnel is used to slop ball. So, this is going to be very interesting to see what happened to him. Because this ain't going to be a slop ball situation. You actually going to have to play here. So, you're going to have to get with it. Get with the program. Or get yourself removed. Ain't no more to it. Now, the program changes. Nah, it stays the same. Nobody's buying Jalen Brunson playing this whole season and not hitting the cupcake aisle. So it's up to the rest of his teammates. Y'all keep Jalen Brunson away from them snacks. Because if that boy get injured, God forbid now, but if he get injured, and he back over there rubber-dub-dub, fat as a tub, trying to get himself back into shape. I'm telling you, Mike Brown ain't going to be having that. It's going to be some moves and some decisions being made. So, anyway, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. We'll chop it up later. Bad boy. Pistons. Well, let's see what happens when Jaden Ivey play against the Knicks. That's what I want to see. Okay, Asura Thompson didn't hit the weight room. He didn't got bulked up. But let's see what happens when you put Jaden Ivey on him. And he got to defend against somebody who's a scoring threat against him. Let's see how he deals with that on both ends. Because Jaden Ivey going to probably tire him out. And he going to be thinking about them goddamn glazed donuts. So, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Yep. So let's think about that one real quick before we start pointing fingers and what's that. Well, I promise you it do. But I'll get to that later. Anyway, don't forget to go to the Patreon, sign up and become a member. And we out.